saying, oh no, this is no disrespect to both fighters because I know both anyway. But going into round 8, I had Jack Catterall 9 rounds up.
Yeah, the knockdown.
With the knockdown. I didn't give him 1 round in the first 8 rounds, and that's me being honest.
Those are the words of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, as he stated that he didn't give Josh Taylor 1 round going into the 9th with the knockdown. Let me counterpunch. Carl Froch, Anthony Joshua, now Tyson Fury. Highly respected elite fighters, champions or ex-champions, have came forth and showed their opinion, their disgust with the decision between Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall. I saw that fight. I knew that was 100% BS. There was no doubt that Jack won that fight with Josh Taylor. And the rounds that you give Josh Taylor or gave Josh Taylor, there really weren't convincing rounds. They could have been swing rounds, because besides the tussling and the grappling and those things, Josh Taylor really didn't throw or do what he used to do. He really didn't land a lot of shots. The shots that he landed were grazing shots, and I know those were the shots that they had to be counting as far as CompuBox. Okay, so I don't really see him doing anything in that fight. I just saw him, he either had a bad night, but bad night or not, he lost. Now Tyson Fury's getting in that ass. Okay, saying I didn't even give him 1 round. You know what I mean? And the thing about challenger versus champion, these are 2 fighters at the end of the day. Okay? Damn what a fighter didn't supposed to do versus what he did. Did he win the round? I don't care about the politics. Okay? And the perception is, what did you see? I saw one guy with a slick style, a southpaw just like Josh Taylor, a slicker one, a better boxer on the outside that kept Josh Taylor at bay, landed his shots, and when Josh Taylor tried to come inside and land that left uppercut and the right hand and all these other punches that he's known to throw and land or use, he was wrapped and tied up, and he had no answer for it. And it just shows you how easy it was for Catterall to nullify Josh's attack. Now Tyson Fury saying I didn't give him 1 round. It's like, okay, if you could give him something, maybe, I don't know. I mean, because I looked at a fight that you were waiting for Josh Taylor to adjust, to wake up. You were waiting for this guy to do and to show us something, which we never saw. We saw him getting busted up, caught from the outside with clean shots. That left hand, that fucking jab of Jack was popping and peppering him with like that jab, and it was retarded because Josh Taylor had no answer for it. See, it's one thing when you have back and forth, you get caught every now and then, but when you don't respond with your own aggression and your own points, that's what makes it look bad, and that's what sticks out and wins you rounds. So again, you ask yourself, what the hell were these judges thinking about? What were they really doing? What fight did they see? Because it wasn't the Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall fight. I'm sorry, it was not. And I have to agree with Tyson Fury. I would give him at least a round or 2 within that. But still, that doesn't win you the fight going into the 9th. Okay? So, it's crazy. And then the point deduction was that should have just put the stank on it. Okay? The knockdown, and they took the point from Catterall, which I think was over-officiated. I think they needed to do that because it's like, okay, he already scored a knockdown, so it's like, shit, we have to do something to kind of balance this out. So the ref was more than likely in the fix, now that I think about it. He did way too much. He tried to pull some Kenny Bayless-like shit, like just trying to go in and everything and do this and do that and be there and, make his presence known as much as he could, which was totally unnecessary. But now that, he took the point from Catterall, which Catterall did hold his head down, but it's like, dude, what are you doing? But anyhow, Tyson Fury is another fighter, the current WBC heavyweight champion of the world, lineal Ring Magazine champion of the world, saying that Josh Taylor lost that fight and did not win one round by the 9th round, going into the 9th round. You guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury's take on Josh Taylor winning and beating Jack Catterall. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.